thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been.
So Liverpool bored us to death last night. Today, it is Arsenal's turn to play. Will we get more entertainment tonight? And most importantly, will we get a win against Olympiacos? Hopefully those two factors come into this game. Here we go. Right then. So hello everybody folks and welcome back aboard to Real Football. My name is Tom and I'll bring you the watch along tonight. That's everybody for Arsenal take on Olympiacos live in the Champions League phase match day 2. If you are watching on the replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream and hitting that subscribe button if you are new. And thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody's joining us here today. Kickoff then is coming your way at 8 o'clock in the Champions League. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff between Arsenal and Olympiacos. Big up everybody, hope we're all doing well. Why I put the ticker on? Kickoff 8 o'clock in the Champions League. We are going to get through to the chat in a moment's time. Welcome aboard. Flixie's here. Welcome to Flixie. How you doing, Flix? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. He was first. Paris was second, but not far behind. Welcome to Paris. Yo, Tommy says the GOAT. And Charlie's here. Come on, you Gunners. Absolutely what we want to hear. The spirit. The spirit. Paris is back in Olympiacos. Corey is. Of course he is. Corey's here as well. Welcome aboard to Corey. How you doing? Who's back in Arsenal to win tonight? He's saying 5-0. Eze and Rice. Well, Rice is on the bench. We'll talk about the lineups in a moment's time. Okay. Fraser's here as well. He's having a day off, is he? Charlie's having a day off. Yeah, it was so boring. It was so boring last night. Honestly, I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. Taki, welcome in. So Newcastle have won 4-0. That's the best I can tell you. Really, in terms of what's happened so far. There was 2 5:45 kickoffs. We have got bet slips. Which I will get out at 5-2. In the meantime, though, we're going to take a look at your team news and your match information. So over we go to UEFA.com/Champions League for the team news and the match information and a quick look to see what's going on and what's already happened on match day 2 on this Wednesday evening. This will be the last Arsenal stream before the international break. I know, I'm sorry to tell you that, but this will be the last time we are live for Arsenal before the international break. Just to remind you that I will not be here on Saturday, as I am going to be in London at the Emirates Stadium for Arsenal's home fixture against West Ham United. So I will not be here on Saturday. This is the final Arsenal watch along before the international break. Quick check on the results then. Qarabağ winning 2-0 against Copenhagen at 5:45, and Union SG lost 4-0 to Newcastle. It was a simply sublime Newcastle performance with Nick Waltemada. 2 penalties from Anthony Gordon and Harvey Barnes all on the score sheet in a 4-0 win for Newcastle over Union SG. The 8 o'clock kickoff see Barcelona against PSG, Borussia Dortmund against Athletic Club, AS Monaco against Manchester City, Napoli against Sporting Lisbon, Villarreal are taking on Juventus. That looks like a good game. Bayer Leverkusen against PSV Eindhoven, and Arsenal against Olympiacos. So let's go through to the team news then. We'll start off with the lineups. Then we've got David Raya goal for Arsenal. Back four today, Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel and Miles Lewis Skelly. Yep, I would have personally started Calafiori and Timber, but there you go, they're having a rest. I'm not happy to see Odegaard in the midfield. He's the worst captain in football history, but there you go. Martin Zubimendi and Mikel Merino join him in midfield. No Rice in the starting 11. The front three sees Leandro Trossard alongside Gabriel Martinelli and Victor Gyökeres through the middle. And on the bench is Kepa Arrizabalaga, Tommy Setford, Christian Mosquera, Bukayo Saka, Eberechi Eze, Yuri Timber, Christian Norgard, Ethan Nwaneri, Ricardo Calafiori, Max Dowman, and Declan Rice. And then for Olympiacos, we see Tzolakis in goal, a back four of Ortega, Pirola, Retsos, and Costinha. Behind the midfield, which is split into 2 parts, seeing a defensive 2 of Heza and Danny Garcia behind the attacking midfield three of Daniel Podence, the former Wolves midfielder. I think that's Daniel Podence anyway. Yes, it is. Chiquinho, another former Wolves player, and Gelson Martins. And then the lone striker is El Kabi. To be exact, his name is Ayub El Kabi. And on Olympiacos' bench, there is two goalkeepers. We've got Pashlakis and Karaklis. And then Bianco Kalogeropoulos, Scipione, Stefeza, Onyemaichi, Penev Monidis, Mouzakitis, and Taremi. Both teams unbeaten in the last 5 fixtures. And it is 4 wins for each side, head-to-head, 14 goals scored by Arsenal, 11 scored by Olympiacos, and there has never been a draw between Arsenal and Olympiacos. In the Emirates Stadium, otherwise known as the Arsenal Stadium due to UEFA regulatory requirements in UEFA competitions, it is a cloudy night with the pitch being excellent, humidity at 82% with wind speeds of 8 kilometers an hour, and the heat in the Emirates Stadium is 13 degrees tonight, not too cold, but a little bit chilly. Francois Letexia is the referee, the same referee who refereed the game at the Bernabeu, and Arsenal sealed a 5-1 aggregate victory over Real Madrid to get to the semi-finals of the Champions League last season. Cyril Mugnier and Mehdi Ramouni are the assistants. Fourth official is Eric Watalia, and then the VAR is German. He is Soren Storks. And then the assistant VAR is Ivan Bebek. Right, then, that is the team news, all delved through, and also your match information. But yes, Francois Letexia, the same referee at the Bernabeu for Arsenal last season, is the referee tonight. Arsenal quad winners 2026, I wish. As said, 5-0 Arsenal tonight. Yep, that's the expectancy. I want 2 5-0 wins against West Ham Olympiacos. Corey says he loves Greek football. Yes, this is... Yep, the international break is after this weekend. Yep, they did. See you in London for a game very soon. Which one? Have you got a ticket to West Ham, have you? No, what Charlie's doing is he's waiting for me to give him a Palace ticket, is what he's doing. Because Charlie knows that I'm probably not going to use that Palace ticket. Yeah, I have. Charlie's waiting for me to just say, here you are, here's the Palace ticket. I'm guessing you lost in the ballot on that one, did you? Yeah, well, you'll be getting it at a fairly good price. I mean, I paid 46 quid for it. So that's all I'll charge you for it. I know, 46 quid. It is a bit of a... Well, I mean, it must be a category B. Because 46 quid is a little bit more than 30 quid. But yes, I did get a bargain ticket to Turf Moor. And also, I can confirm that the ballot is opening for the Arsenal-Brighton fixture on Friday as to... there is another Premier League fixture with the ballot opening on Friday. There's 2 ballots opening on Friday. No, I didn't even pay 100, mate. I only paid 50 for this one. And I paid, I think, about 70 for the Burnley ticket. Through a dealer on Instagram. Although the Arsenal-West Ham came through a ballot anyway. I got the ballot with the Arsenal-West Ham game, but yeah, I've got a dealer, and yeah, I bought the Burnley ticket off him. And you'll be pleased to know that it's already arrived to my house. It's paper tickets at Turf Moor. I've already got it. But I haven't opened the envelope yet. On the Emirates today and on Saturday, we'll be paying tribute to Billy Vigor. Now, I'm not going to take too much notice of the respect tonight because obviously I am going to have my chance to say goodbye to Billy in the Emirates myself on Saturday when I visit the Emirates Stadium for the first time this season and for the first time in a Premier League match in over 3 seasons as well. And Northern Forever is blasting through the stadium. And I am going to refrain from singing tonight because I want to save my lungs for Saturday. But in the meantime, I'll get my bet slips ready to go for you people. We have got an Acca insurance tonight. We also got a 20 quid win off a slot machine. The good old classic burn 'em up. So we are sound for the next week or two. And I've just realised as well I'm wearing the wrong type of attire for this particular fixture. I do need my Arsenal top on. So I'm going to play that to you one more time because I do need to get my top on. So bear with me. And we're back, folks. We've got the bet slips as well right here in my hands. So, the Acca insurance tonight is Newcastle, Arsenal, Manchester City, Borussia Dortmund and Coventry City all to win. It's only £5.29 though, 50p stake. And Newcastle did win. They won 4-0 against Union SG, otherwise known as Union Saint-Gilloise. Now for the bet builders tonight, I have gone for Arsenal to win straight through, no double chance, over 1.5 goals, over 6.5 corners and over 2.5 cards. And then we've got, and that's going to return £2.35 off a £1 stake. We've then got 250p price boost for Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen and Manchester City all to win. If that happens, that returns £1.70 of a 50p stake. And also a price boost for Victor Gyökeres to score 2 or more goals. If that happens, I will get an instant £3 if Victor Gyökeres can get a brace tonight. So we'll keep an eye on all 4 of those slips. With a maximum return, let's see, £5.29 plus £1.70. That is £6.99 right there for you. And then that'll be £9.99 if we get an extra £3. And then £11.99, £12.34, I think. £12.34, I think, is the maximum we can get today of all bet slips. Somewhere around the £12.30 margin. Charlie, come on, you Gunners. Absolutely. So, yeah, there he is, the same referee who refereed Arsenal's 2-1 victory at the Bernabeu, Francois Letexia. A face that every Arsenal fan will remember for a long time, because he's known as the referee who refereed Arsenal's triumph over Real Madrid. A moment that for sure this club will never forget, in the fact that we are still one of the only English sides to win both legs of a two-legged tie over Real Madrid in the European top flight. One of the only English sides, I was meant to say, by the way. Right then, let's hope for some more entertainment. Liverpool bored us to death yesterday, but Arsenal against Olympiacos, we're hoping for goals, and we're hoping most camp, most certainly me, Charlie, and Taki, for an Arsenal win, as well as Arsenal quadruple 2026, whatever his name is. Olympiacos get us underway in there. More or less kind of grey kind of kit with dashes of a dark pinky kind of red on it. And I'm going to copy the lineups over to my second screen as well, just because I don't have a clue who Olympiacos are in terms of players, really, other than the two former Wolves midfielders, which were immediately recognisable in Chiquinho and Daniel Podence. Brilliant win for Newcastle. Nice and comfy 4-0 victory away from home. Lovely victory for Newcastle after the defeat to Barcelona. It most certainly will clear the negative goal difference inflicted on Newcastle after that defeat. Ben White, Mikel Merino, Martin Zubimendi, Odegaard. Yeah, you're rubbish, mate. You're going to get hooked at half-time. Stinker and hooked at half-time. Yes, well, we've got plenty of choice on Super Sunday, actually. There is a lot of choice on Super Sunday because there is 4 2:00 kickoffs on Super Sunday, all live on Sky Sports, so we're going to be spoiled for choice. Oh, ball into the box. Martinelli, how did he not score then? A great ball in. And Martinelli should have scored. But yeah, I think Newcastle will just about squeak past Forest. Oh, so like I said, when I say squeak, I mean only just by the skin of their teeth win. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, Union Saint-Gilloise is a fairly easy opponent, but it's a good win to get Newcastle started, but we need to see Newcastle get a win against a more higher difficulty opponent. Let's just say that. Martinelli, lovely cross, but dealt with fairly comfortably by Olympiacos. That's a foul on Gabriel. In fact, no, it wasn't Gabriel. It was Lewis Skelly. Ignore me, but either way, all over Lewis Skelly, pulling his shirt. Definitely a free kick. And we're not surprised by Flick's watching Monaco against Man City, are we? Not a lot of what Flicks does anymore surprises us. In towards Saliba. Woody's header. Gyökeres was lurking. Yes, please score 2 goals today, Gyökeres. I'll be very grateful. £3, instant win. If you get 2, I'm expecting a really comfy game here, to be fair. I wonder if Mr. Marinakis is in the ground tonight. Because obviously Evangelos Marinakis owns Nottingham Forest, but he also owns Olympiacos. So he might be in the Emirates tonight, considering he probably lives in England. So yeah, it could be oh, here's Odegaard. It's a poor ball by he is shite. Martinelli, I'm not sure if that stayed in or not, but either way, the referee hasn't blown. That's a better ball from Odegaard. Trossard. Yeah, Odegaard's going to get hooked at half time. Trust me, stinker and hooked. Not a player that I want to see on the pitch on Saturday, Martin Odegaard. Most certainly not. Here's Mikel Merino. Cut back is intercepted by Olympiacos. We are dominating though. Richard, how are you doing? Good to see you all in here. Welcome aboard. Evening all, he says. Gyökeres. Nice little dink ball out wide to Trossard. Skelly's on the overlap of him. Odegaard central. Have a shot. Of course he works it wide to Martinelli. And that's ricocheted back up an Olympiacos defender. I'm not sure whether this is spam or not, to be fair. Normally, accounts with that kind of name don't use emojis with screaming, crying, and tears. I don't know. I'm sure the moderators have already shut him down. And we've got a free kick. It's been a very dominant start from us. We just need a goal now, nice and early. We will keep you updated on the scores across the night. Half time, we'll have a look at all the scores, including Coventry's score. I have gone for a Coventry win. They kicked up at 7:45. And they're up against Millwall tonight. So a fairly busy evening in London. With obviously Arsenal at home, Millwall at home. I think there might be another London club at home as well in the Championship. Or League One, one of them. I'm not even going to check. I'm going to leave it till half time anyway. Not fussed. Now, this was a fixture that went to general sale, as you will all be aware, because I told you yesterday. But to be fair, it appears that the general sale completely sold out the game, which is good news. But it shouldn't happen. I mean, well, I say it shouldn't happen. But yeah, I got an email on bloody Monday, I think it was, or Sunday, whenever it was, saying, do you want a ticket for the Olympiacos games? Gone to general sale. I'm like, oh, okay. Normally I'd say yes, but I said no because I'm going on Saturday. Ball across, comfortably dealt with by Gabriel. Out for an Olympiacos throw-in. It's their first real spell on the ball. We've been largely dominant. Just want some goals to go with that dominance. See, but the ball was behind him. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're not an Arsenal fan, I mean, yeah, that would be the top pick tonight, really. It's fair to say Liverpool most certainly wasn't the top pick yesterday. Well, on paper, probably was the top pick, but because obviously Prime Video broadcast Tuesday's top match. Well, that was definitely not the top match yesterday. It was appalling. Silly foul by Skelly. Goes towards El Karbi and comfortable. Gets there out of William Saliba. Gets a slight header on it, but it's comfortable for Raya. Comfortable for Raya. And it's through the middle here. Victor Gyökeres. Surely he'll score. Saved by the goalkeeper, Martinelli. And he does. Poke it in at close blank range. Arsenal ahead inside 13 minutes. 1-0. Gyökeres should have scored. The goalkeeper denied him. But it fell for Martinelli, who scored from point blank range. Get in. 1-0 up already. Just what we like to see. And it's good for Martinelli because he makes that run ahead of Gyökeres as he takes that shot just to be that covering striker in case the ball doesn't go in the back of the net from the main striker. And he's there to feed off the scraps. It goes underneath the armpit of Olympiacos' goalkeeper Tazalakis and falls to Martinelli. So 1-0. And here's Ben White. What are the other scores so far in the Champions League then? Let's take a look on the Champions League app. Oh, hang on a minute. What a switch. Trossard lifts it into the box. Misses everybody. It's going to come to Ben White. Benny Blanco. Flat ball across with no real threat to it. So let's take a look then. And it is 1-0 to Manchester City. Monaco 0, City 1. City have scored. City have scored the second goal of the night. And Erling Haaland has added to the scoring for Manchester City. So 1-0 City inside 15 minutes. And that's the first major goal flash of the evening. So we'll get Save the Score fired up to give me the right notifications for the right games. And it's 0-0 in the Coventry game. Norwich are behind against West Brom. Portsmouth are leading Watford 1-0. And QPR and Oxford in an 8 o'clock kickoff are all square 0-0 at the minute. Fair enough. Fair. I don't even blame you. I don't even blame you, to be fair with you. I don't even blame you, because here's the thing. That Barcelona PSG game is going to be the top pick. Obviously, this is the game on TNT1 and all that lot, but you know what I mean? It's only really there if Arsenal fans want to watch it. My predictions, by the way, we have got the Ladbrokes 1-2-3 in action. We've gone for Arsenal to win 3-0, City to win 3-1, and Barcelona to win 3-2. Here's Trossard on the left. Oh, come on, let's get a second. Let's get a second. Headed away. Ortega it was that time. Yeah, same here. That's why I put on the better builder. Arsenal straight through win. I didn't even go for a double chance because I just knew that we're going to win. And it's been a quick response. Did not hold the lead for long because Monaco have responded. And I'll tell you who the goal scorer is in a moment. But here's Martinelli for Arsenal. Oh, what a chance. We've been very dominant. Ben White feeds it into Odegaard. Poor effort. Might fall for Gyökeres, and the keeper just about does enough. So Jordan Teze with the equaliser for Monaco. A very quick equaliser for Monaco against City. So quick that you almost don't believe it. All square, though. So my 3-1 prediction all of a sudden is on, and Nathan Clark is reporting a goal for Coventry City. Now that delights me in many ways, but also to the fact that Coventry are on my insurance tonight. I do like Coventry. You guys should know that. And I'm not hit. Oh, yep, goal. Yep, goal. Yep, goal has been scored. And it's Haji Wright. And also there's been a goal for Barcelona. Ferran Torres with that one. Lots of goals going in now. Ferran Torres makes it 1-0 Barcelona against PSG in what is quite simply the blockbuster game of the night. No goal update on Borussia Dortmund yet. However, Arsenal, City and Coventry have all had goal alerts now. Oh! What an effort! It was Daniel Podence, the former Wolves midfielder. And Raya had to make a superb save. Wow. Yeah, Ferran Torres with the goal for Barcelona. I've gone 3-2 to Barcelona for that game. I've gone for a wild prediction. I've gone 3-2. Like I said, my predictions are as follows. 3-0 Arsenal, 3-1 City, and 3-2 Barcelona on the Ladbrokes 1-2-3, which is on a bonus this week. There is 2 of these lovely beauties this week. There'll be one at the weekend as well. That's why he's won 2 straight golden gloves. Short corner routine and cleared away in the end by Odegaard. Won't break for Martinelli, but Odegaard back heels it. And Gyökeres is free. It's a poor touch. I'm sorry, Gabby, but that's a poor touch. Gyökeres is completely free. But yeah, I mean, David Raya, do we actually mention him enough, Charlie? That's the thing. Because let's not forget that this goalkeeper for Arsenal has come from Brentford. Was almost unknown to Premier League fans up until he came up with Brentford. And then obviously we signed him and now he's won 2 straight golden gloves. And you're just hearing Darren Fletcher and Ali McCoy refer to him as one of the top goalkeepers in the world. So do we give Raya enough credit? I would say no. Olympiacos definitely back in it, sort of. Oh my Jesus Christ. That is ridiculous. Have you just heard what the commentators have said? I am going to be in attendance for Arteta's 300th game as the manager. Get him gone. 300? 300? Oh my Jesus Christ. I mean, the game on Saturday is Arteta's 300th game. Wow. There we go. Ben White, nice ball. Oh no, Gyökeres is down. Doesn't look very comfortable. As a matter of fact, that is a face of quite a lot of discomfort from Victor Gyökeres. Yeah, Champions League tends to bring in good numbers, to be fair, mate. I'm not going to lie. Already on 10 likes, loving that. Don't even have to mention the like button today. And 12 votes see 100% of the voters backing Arsenal to win. But yeah, we do get good numbers, most certainly midweek. I'm just a little bit, I don't know, I do feel kind of bad, really, for leaving you guys unentertained on Saturday, if you know what I mean by that. Especially going into an international break next week. Martinelli tries a bicycle kick, and Marino's going to follow it up as he forced the corner. It's offside. Well, I'll tell you what, we can do a Flicks and Charlie watch-along if you want. If you guys will agree to it, you guys can both do the 3 o'clock focus together. Charlie can watch the Arsenal game and look for me. And you, Flicks, can read out the scores. There is only 2 Premier League games, though, I must inform you, at 3 o'clock this Saturday coming, which includes Man United against Sunderland and Arsenal West Ham. Good to see Gokres is back up, by the way. And you'll notice that I am on the Agua tonight. You see, you guys might know or might not know that I do a mystery shopper job, which basically is my hustle to earn a bit of money. And it requires me sometimes to go into good old Poundland, and they'll ask me to purchase a product for £1 that is heavy because they want to check if Poundland are offering you a bag. So, not that I needed it, but I chose because you get reimbursed. So I bought a bottle of water. And yeah, now I'm drinking water up until this bottle runs out. So yeah, there you go. Bruce, you don't want to score. But yeah, you, by no coincidence, you might find me randomly in a M&S somewhere in the country with my phone in my hand and my eyes very wide open because my job is basically just to collect data and all that job. That is what I do at the minute. And yes, we regularly have to work for M&S. So more often than not, if you see me in M&S, I'm working. Now, it's very rare that I'm in M&S for leisure. Let's just say that. It's work. Flicks is just, I think I've just opened Flicks's eyes to make it. I think Flicks is bemused by the fact that I actually do work. Trossard on the left. Let's get a second goal for half time. I want a 3-0 win at least. Like I said, I'm looking for 3-1 City, 3-0 Arsenal, 3-2 Barcelona. For my 3 correct scores on the bonus Ladbrokes 1-2-3 this week. There is 2 of them. And I suspect the reason for the fact that there is 2 Ladbrokes 1-2-3s this weekend. This week is because of the international break. During the international break, they don't do the 1-2-3. On the contrary, Coral still do their Football Super Series during the international break on England matches. But yes, any Arsenal fans going to the game this weekend? If you are, and you want to meet Tom, you'll find me in the nearest Wetherspoons to the Emirates Stadium from around about 12:30 when the Leeds game's on. Oh, Gyökeres, surely he's going to get a goal here. Victor Gyökeres, wrong side of the defender. And it was good defending. Like there by Pirola. True Reds, otherwise known as Jordan, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, I know what Charlie's thinking. Oh, Tom, there's so many Arsenal-themed pubs near the Emirates Stadium. Yes, but they'll be bloody expensive. And quite frankly, Tom doesn't like expensive, especially when Wetherspoons does good food at a low price. So, Wetherspoons will be the port of call for me. Subject to the availability of one nearby to the Emirates. Yes. Mate, beer, large fish and chips, £9.67. Bargain. A full pint of whatever alcohol you want. Yes, you heard me. A large fish and chips, £9.67. Bargain loving Brits. And then your desserts are like £2 to £3 max. Bargain. I don't know about Ireland. But, yeah, I know what I'll be having when I go on Saturday. As per usual, fish and chips with a pint of Stella. That's always my port of call at Wetherspoons. Stella, fish and chips, and probably a cookie dough for pudding. Bargain. Oh, and yes, you get. Before you ask me, do you get mushy peas? Yes. Yes, you get mushy peas included within the deal. And if you ask me, under a tenner for a full pint and fish and chips, that's a bargain. To be exact, 33 pence under a tenner. Bargain loving Brits. Forward by Saliba. What a second goal. Erdogan. Back heel ball. And then to Martinelli. Martinelli's cross. Trossard. It was a deflection. It's a corner. Not sure who it came off. Might have been Costinha. You? I can't give a Liverpool fan a ticket. Are you mad? I can't give a Liverpool fan an Arsenal ticket. That would be... I couldn't do it. I can't just let a Liverpool fan into the Emirates Stadium home end. Are you mad? I'd have to charge you like 300 quid for it. And I thought Gabriel was going to make it 2-0 then. Thank God you are. You'd literally have to be an Arsenal fan for the rest of your life if I was to let you in the Emirates Stadium home end. God, honestly, to be honest with you, I pray for you, mate, because if you get caught with a Scouse accent in the Emirates Stadium, you're done for. Particularly at the home end. The crowd won't like it if they find a Scouse accent in there. I know you're Irish, but close enough to Scouse. I know, but it is close to Scouse. I mean, you can't tell much of a difference. Ball into the box. Ooh. They've had a couple of chances. Was El Carby again attacking that one? So we'll be live one more time this midweek after today. Bournemouth against Fulham will be Friday night action. And there has been an equaliser for PSG against Barcelona. And then it also will be back on Super Sunday. And then, as per usual, during the international break, we'll be feeding off scraps. So, PSG's equaliser is Seni Mayulu, by the way. Here's Ben White, Gabriel Martinelli. Odegaard. Yeah, I think Odegaard needs to be hooked at half-time. I don't think he's been that great. I mean, where's Eze? Immediate question. I've not seen Zubi at all. Either. Yeah, Zubi's been completely invisible this match. Not seen much of Saliba. There he is. Gabriel knocks that back to Raya. Oh, intercepted pass. Thank you. I have been keeping up with scores, but I appreciate what is 890 gaming. Ball into the box. So it's a free chance, and Ben White got back and made the block in. They've had quality when they've got on the ball up front. Olympiacos, I won't lie. I think we will need a second goal. And I expect at least 2 more goals. Ben White. That's a free kick. Frank Walotexi is calling over Heza for a chat. And the game being advertised as I speak, Leeds Spurs, is the game that I'll be watching in London before the Arsenal match. I won't be able to watch all of it, but I'll watch probably about half to 3/4 of it. Gyökeres, nicely done. Should have scored. Man, this guy's got to get more clinical. How do you do that? Are you kidding me? Put a bloody cast on it or something, mate. If it's just your hand, you don't need your hand to play football. It's quite simple. Just don't take throw-ins. Use your right hand then. Oh, Trossard, take a touch, lad. Take a touch. Just use your right hand. Use your right hand and your 2 feet to make the saves. West Ham. Oh, my God. Probably the worst club you could ever play for. Oh, dear. West Ham. Riley Smith, welcome in. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. West Ham. Oh, dear. Go play for bloody, I don't know. You're a West Ham fan. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to inform you that you are my relegation favourites for this season. But for me, I'm an Arsenal fan. And I am at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday. No, I'm not mad. I'm quite serious. Good luck with that. Yeah, maybe the top of the bottom 3, I think is what he means. Top of the bottom 3. The top of the bottom 3 is the West Ham achieves best. In other words, 18th. City have restored their lead. City have restored their lead, and that was probably max 17th you can get, I think. (2-1) City, waiting for the goal scorer confirmation. And it's Erling Haaland again. He's got a brace against Monaco. And City have restored their lead, but Monaco equalised the first goal pretty quickly. Will they do it again? Okay, right. If you do get relegated, you have to become I'm trying to think of a club who might. Let's say this, right? You want to become a Palace fan if West Ham get relegated, basically. That's the rule. If West Ham get relegated, you're a Palace fan for life. For life. So, Palace season ticket holder, that I think that might have been the worst thing I could have said to a West Ham fan. Become a Palace fan. $10 years then. 10 years of supporting Palace. A regular Selhurst Park attendee as well. One whole season. And you can't cheer, and you can't have any West Ham shirts or anything. You've got to be a full-on Palace fan. Like, we're talking attending the matches, we're talking shirts, we're talking scarves, we're talking chants, everything. I want to see a full-on Palace fan for a whole year if you get relegated. We are into 2 minutes at a time here. I didn't even realise we had a time up until just now. Deal. And if you guys go down, you're a Palace fan for a whole year. You can't go to any West Ham games. You can't cheer West Ham on once. You've got to be a Palace fan, full on. The only exception for you going to a West Ham game is you go to a game against Palace, but you've got to sit with the Palace fans. That's the half-time whistle then. We're 1-0 at half-time. Martinelli's goal. I want more, but not a bad start. 1-0 Arsenal at the break. Right, let's read out some scores to you people then. Here we go. We're going to check the half-time scores for you all. In all of the games that are happening are in and around us. So Barcelona 1, Paris Saint-Germain 1. Barcelona got the opening through Ferran Torres, and Seni Mayulu got their equaliser. It's 0-0 between Bayer Leverkusen and PSV Eindhoven. Napoli are 1-0 up against Sporting Lisbon through Rasmus Højlund with the goal. And Villarreal are also 1-0 up against Juventus. Georgia's Mikhail Tadze with the goal for Villarreal. And it's 2-1 to Manchester City. Erling Haaland and Jordan Teze on the score sheet. Haaland with a brace. Qarabağ beat Copenhagen 2-0 earlier in the day. In the 5:45 kickoffs, Abdallah Zubir with the opener and Emmanuel Adai with the 83rd minute goal of sealing. Newcastle won 4-0 against Union SG. Anthony Gordon got a brace with 2 penalties scored. Nick Waltemada and Harvey Barnes also on the score sheet in a 4-0 win for Newcastle. And in the EFL Championship, it is 1-1 between Portsmouth and Watford. Yang Min Hyok with the opener. And I think Watford have only just scored their equaliser right into the second half. We'll check in a minute. It's 0-0 between QPR and Oxford. West Bromwich Albion through Josh Maja are 1-0 up, the former Fulham player. And they've just got back underway at Millwall Coventry, where it is 1-0 through Haji Wright's opener. And it was Imran Loser who literally just has scored a Watford's equaliser to make it 1-1 between Portsmouth and Watford. Chad Heron's here. City Monaco on. And he just entered half-time with City. Yep. So those are your scores then. That's the Championship. We'll just take a check as well, see if there's anything going on in League 1 and League 2. There is some stuff going on in the, not League 1 or League 2, but there is stuff going on in the Van Rama National League with Altrincham taking on Tamworth, Boston against Forest Green Rovers. There's Brackley against Wealdstone, with Wealdstone leading 2-0. There was a second goal on 46 minutes, and Enzio Boulder Wyan got the opener for Wealdstone. Carlisle United are playing Hartlepool. Rochdale against Halifax. And York are 1-0 back against Scunthorpe. Look at your chat. I'm reading the chat. I can't see any further comments from you yet, other than that one that I've just pinned to the screen. Of course, the only thing that I won't see is if you post links, because obviously only moderators can post links. That is one of the channel rules we do have. I don't have an ex-girlfriend. I am, well, I'm not a virgin, but I have not had a girlfriend. No, I'm not going to disclose if I'm a virgin or not. You don't need to know those details. All you need to know is I haven't had a girlfriend before. Right, let's take a check on the half-time stats for our game, because I want to check on a few things, including corners and cards for the bet builder. There has been no cards. I think no cards. But corner-wise, we've had just the 3. We need number 4 to make it over 6.5. 1 goal, of course, for Arsenal. And that is it, stats-wise as well. Charlie says, come on, you Gunners. Okay. But you won't. Yes, it will be an Arsenal masterclass on Saturday. You are right, Ashik. We will win 5-0, hopefully. I am. There will be no coverage on Saturday. I'm a man of my word, mate. I'm a man of my word. But yes, I will be in attendance for Arsenal against Boyle Sports FC. To be fair, not a bad sponsor, Boyle Sports. Looks okay on you. Diana is back. Welcome in, Diana. How you doing, Diana? Welcome in once again to Diana. Just seeing if you've been in today, Diana. You haven't, have you? It's your first time in. I thought you were in earlier, but welcome aboard, I should say, more or less to you. As opposed to welcome back, because I don't think I've seen you in here. The poll is slightly more divided now. 20 votes on it. 15% back in Olympiacos, but 85% still back in Arsenal. 85 still. I'm 19 years old. I'll have you know. I am 20 in February. You got paid for this edit. Let's have a look at it. Is it an edit of me? Because I most certainly didn't pay somebody to do an edit of me. I know. I've aged terribly, mate. I'm going to watch the clip. What is 890 is persisting that I watch the clip. So let's have a little look at it. Let's have a look at this clip. It's saying it's not available. Not available, it says. The link is not working. You heard me. The link is not working. You got paid for that. I don't understand it. I mean, it's literally a guy smashing his head into a table about 5 or 6 times, a cartoon car, and a wolf. I wouldn't pay any more than 10p for that. No offence. 19. Right. Well done. I mean, yeah. Why do I always end up on Newcastle's bleeding? Honestly, I don't understand this, right? My Twitter link on Bleeding Chrome always takes me to Newcastle's page for team news of a fixture against Liverpool back in 2023. Make it make sense, y'all. Like, literally, every time. 2023, February the 18th, 4:30 p.m. is what it takes me to. Not that I even needed to click on Twitter, by the way. Because obviously I don't add lineups to these overlays anymore. For the Champions League. Yeah. What is 890 doing the moderation for us tonight? Only 18%. But 82% back in Arsenal, 22 votes. I think that must mean that we've had another vote for Arsenal then. And another, I think that if maths is doing me right there, I think it's about 2 votes for Olympiacos and all the rest for Arsenal. Nobody's backing a draw, though. You can say draw. It's a league phase fixture. The game can be a draw. Hazard's made it. Well, congratulations on reaching that milestone in life. You will be 4 years away from 50 in 3 months' time. Well, you know what we're going to say to that, don't you? You know what we're going to say to that, Ashik? We're going to say... Not yet, that's 67. 3-0, come on, I want a clean sheet. I want a clean sheet. I want a 3-0 win. Here come the teams back out the tunnel. Let's get this job done. I'm going to go 1-0 Sunderland. Not being funny, but I think Sunderland might nick it. Almost time for the second half. Wow. That is a lot of grandkids for a 46-year-old. I mean, I must say, you must have had your first child quite young. If by the age of 46, you've got 6 grandkids already. My grandfather has, one of my grandfathers has overall 2 main grandkids, but also another 4 or 5 who live like Skegness way. And he is 70 bang on. What, the grandkids? I mean, it's not impossible. If he was like 33, I would be concerned, but I don't know. I suppose. I mean, look, I'm old enough to be able to give my parents grandkids, although my parents wouldn't be too happy if I gave them grandkids currently. You see, both of my parents are still in their 30s, so I think they'd be a little bit unhappy to already be grandma and granddad at the ages of under 40. I mean, I most certainly wouldn't be happy with my kids if I do have kids. I'm not even thinking about having kids, to be fair. Yeah, they were young when they had me. Yeah, they were. Both of my parents have had another kid as well with different fathers. Well, different parents. So I've got two half siblings. So obviously I've got my younger sister who is the same mum but a different dad. She's now in senior school. She's like 11, I think. My sister, and then I've got a younger brother who's I think about 4 or 5 at the minute. He was born back in 2020, I think. Between my dad and one of his girlfriends of many. That is young. Here come Olympiacos. Only just the age of consent. So Olympiacos have got a corner. We'll just check back on the scores. It's 2-0 Dortmund. Coventry retaining their lead. Watford are leading against Portsmouth. No goals between QPR and Oxford United. A picture of Todd Burley. A new sponsor for Chelsea. Because let's face it, Chelsea, how long have they been without a sponsor now for, really? By the way, that Damac sponsor they had for a bit of last season was actually something to do with the club anyway. Yeah, there'll be pictures. Don't worry about that. There'll be pictures. Trossard cross. Get Eze on. Get Eze and Rice on. In fact, bring on. Make 3 changes. Get Eze on. Let's get Rice on, and let's get maybe Saka on. I would have loved to have had Madueke, but we can't bring on Madueke because he's out with an ACL for 2 months. Or a knee, whatever it is. Yeah. Well, no, not a rant. It's going to be a delightful fan cam. After an Arsenal win. Hopefully. You bought last night's Benfica program. Why? Why would you buy a program of a fixture you've not visited off? I don't understand why people would. I don't. I'm not being funny, but the club should not be allowing people to sell programs on eBay, particularly for a match that happened last night. I'm sorry to say it, but I think that's just silly. If you attend the match, buy a program. If not, well, that's not what programs are for. Programs are for, more or less, memorabilia. Well, attend the matches then. You don't see me buying Arsenal programs off bloody eBay, do you? Programs aren't meant to be bought off eBay just for collectors. They're supposed to be memorabilia. You know what I mean? I keep my programs down there to remind me of what matches I've visited over my life. Here's Marino. Trossard should score. That he's been poor tonight with his shooting. Yeah, but I don't want to see you buying programs off eBay, mate. I don't like that, because programs are not meant to be bought off eBay for fans who haven't attended the match. Programs are meant for those who literally go to the match and want memorabilia. Yeah, well, it's wrong, mate. If you're going to buy a program, attend the match. You attend the match, and that's how you earn your right to buy a program. Erdegaard slips it through. Martinelli. Yeah, I know you don't mind, mate, but I quite frankly, it's programs don't belong to people who don't attend. Nah, there'll be no fan cam tonight, mate. I don't think anyway, unless we do something seriously wrong. Yeah, well, I don't agree with it, mate. Like I said, programs are meant for those who attend the matches as memorabilia, really. I mean, let's face it, who reads the programs, really, pre-match? What they're meant for is they're meant to be memorabilia for a match you've attended. Collector's item for the fans who actually attended the match. Why do you think at stadiums the program sellers aren't all around the grounds? At most grounds, they're around the ground, but not on the pavements, on the walkways. And look, I'm not going to argue, mate. My opinion is that programs only should be bought by people who attend the match. But there you go. I'll leave it on that note. I would feel bad holding a program of a match I didn't attend. I would look at that program and I'd go, I shouldn't have this because I didn't attend. Just saying it as it is. And I'm a person where religiously I buy, well, not really religiously, but like it is literally, if I see a program seller at any match I attend, I buy the program. And that's the only time I buy programs. I don't just go on eBay and buy programs. Like, do you know what I mean? That's not me. Yeah, no, I like I said, I'm gonna close that chat there before it gets boring. But like I said, I mean, I'm not one of those guys who's just going to sit there buying programs off eBay because quite frankly, I wouldn't be able to keep it. I wouldn't, because like I said, all the programs in my drawer are programs of matches I've been to. So for me to have a program of a match I've not attended in my drawer, that would feel practically wrong. So I'll leave that one there. Yuri and Timber and Declan Rice, come on here. Timber's come off of Ben White. Rice has come on from Marino. So those are the two changes. And Gabriel's on a booking. That's the first card of the game. Don't know why he's been booked, but he's been booked. Bit of a strange referee, must we say, Frank Walatexia. I do like him, though. On my opponent's comfortable for Saliba back there. Referee's flag for an offside against Olympiacos. Nearly at the hour mark. I want a second goal. Come on, Arsenal. Lewis Skelly. Here's Yuri and Timber. We've got to go back for Athletic Club against Borussia Dortmund. Gorga Gurazeta. And it's 2-1. Here's Trossard. No. Yeah, make some changes, man. Freshen up the attack. Get Eze on. Take Odegaard off. He's woeful. Because Mr. Marinakis and Nottingham Forest basically sparked the conversation about you guys not being eligible to play in the Europa League. Lewis Skelly with the long throw. And they clear their lines, Olympiacos, and Zubimendi's, he's too much pulling. Yeah, no, it's silly. Just go. Why are you pulling his shirt for? Silly. He's out wide. He's not even on the bloody. He's only just crossed the halfway line and he's pulling his shirt. Stupid boy. Defenders are coming back anyway. Why are you pulling his shirt for? Right by the badge as well. Silly. Silly yellow card. But hey ho, does my bet builder of the world a good? And he's coming off anyway as well. There you go. I can completely silly, really. From Zubamendi. Juve have turned it around against Villarreal, 2-1. Right, come on, Arsenal. Let's get a second goal now. Past the hour mark. I want a second goal. I demand it. We need to make some attacking changes. Really? Should be beating these 3 or 4, really. I was listening to Owen Hargreaves at half-time, and he said he expects more goals. So do I. Martinelli to Lewis Skelly. Come on. We are struggling to play through them, really. They've been all right defensively. We should really be finding a way through them. Right, yeah, we're just playing it round and round at the minute. Possession-based, really. Martinelli, free kick. Mikel Arteta looking a bit frustrated. Yeah, your job's still on the line, mate. Trust me with that. Right, he's getting his shirt pulled. Bates one. Odegaard, nice turn. Get Gyökeres in. Let him score. Trossard's in. Surely 2-0. Trossard. Should have scored. There's a block on the line. Probably takes one too many touches, Trossard. Just open up your body and take the shot. So are Chelsea. I've just heard the commentator say with no shots on target for Arsenal since the goal. That's marvellous. Come on. This is boring. I want a second goal. We should be slapping these guys, and Raya spilt it offside. Olympiacos put it in. That's a warning. Galatasaray are an unknown club, mate. I can rest assure you that Galatasaray definitely aren't an unknown club. But Point made. Galatasaray are not an unknown club. They're quite well known in Europe, actually, Galatasaray. Yeah, VAR checking the goal. It's not a goal. It's offside. Silly from Raya, though, spilling it. That should wake us up and tell us to get that second goal now. It's a warning. And it's 3-0 Coventry. They've won. Yeah, check over, no goal. Thank you. Right. Not really. Ellis Sims with that Coventry goal to make it 3-0. Yeah, Coventry have won. Whoop-de-doo. Rice into Gyökeres. Oh, Jesus. That's a poor touch. Zubimendi. Trossard. Come on. Don't make me upset. Because at the minute, I'm not taking the cardboard sign to the Emirates, but boy, oh boy, if we don't get a few more goals tonight, the cardboard sign will be going with me. Timber. Come on, 20 minutes to go. Lewis Skelly. I want another goal. No excuses. Playing better, Olympiacos. Why do you think that is? That's not a bad cross. And Raya, good claim. It's a good claim. Trossard, interesting ball. Odegaard. Probably the worst player for the ball to reach, but there you go. Right out to Timber. Come on. Martinelli into the box. Yes. Unfortunately, it's another one of those cases right now of boring Arsenal. Denia. Oh. Got to close him down. It's a foul on Trossard. It's a free kick. Well, here come Eze and Saka. A bit more live to the game, hopefully, and some players that will bring some goals. And both Trossard and Martinelli going off. Take Odegaard off, man. Odegaard should have been hooked at half time. He got the goal, Martinelli. So he's third in 4 games. All competitions. (4-0) Coventry, game over. Solid win for Coventry against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, fucking Middle. Honestly, if Middlesbrough were losing 4-0, I think I'd lose my shit. No, Millwall. Oh no, Gabriel's down. Shit. And I'm not surprised. That catch from Raya. He's okay. But yeah, Raya just... Well, he did land on top of Gabriel, to be fair. Well, no, he won the Community Shield. So it's now going to be a triple change with Gabriel pulling up. Mosquera on for him. You'll be okay, Gabriel. I think it was just a little bit of a spat of pain for the fact that Raya landed right on top of him. Yeah, I am. Every little helps. Yeah, no, Arteta out. Ugh. Mosquera back to Raya. Oh, ball to Gyökeres. Can he get through? Can't get his composure, can he? Needs more service, Gyökeres, though, bless it. He needs to... Yeah, he needs more service, man. Tell you free of charge. Yeah. That's another trophy. Arteta out. I mean, it's not very hard to win the FA Cup, to win the Emirates Cup. Oh, should have been a goal. Be careful with your words. I don't want you to jinx anything. that might happen this season. If Arteta gets sacked. Into the box. I want a second goal. Come on, man. We should be beating these guys 3 or 4-0. Can City get a third as well, man? Because that'll get me a free bet on the 1-2-3. And also, well, I don't know what the Barca score is. I think it's still 1-1. Rise has been booked. And that should be over 2.5 cards. I'll double check on SofaScore. Yep, still it's 2-1 to see if that one can go 3-1. I'll get a correct score on that. Let's have a look. Any bookings. Cards. 2. The minute. I'll check at full time. Sir, Ismail Sir, you mean? Of team of the week. Champions at Selhurst Park. You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Victory at Selhurst Park. You'll never sing that. We'll beat Palace on the final day. We'll beat Palace on the final day. First defeat of the season for Palace. Jesus. Yeah, Galatasaray. 3-1 Portland. Game over there. Come on, man. We've got to get another goal. I'm Arteta out. We could. Can you imagine? Oh, I think they'd all just sit there and boo us. Do you know what I mean by that? I think we'd just get booed. I don't think the Palace fans would listen to the stewards when they because that's the thing. Normally, if the away team wins the league at somebody else's stadium, the home fans are told to get out of the stadium. I'm pretty sure. I don't think the Palace fans would leave, though. Mark Gahey, not a bad signing for us, but he's not the best. To be fair, that looks like an old man more than Mark Gahey. Here's Saka. Come on, man. Get a second goal. Finish it off. Cuts it back. Odegaard. Oh. Denied twice. Double save. From Tzalakis. we should be free to at least 2-0 up. It would be a nightmare for Arsenal, but it would be a miracle for football, really. So the Sky Sports headline after the Championship games is that Coventry have gone second after beating Millwall. Very interested in Yuri Timber. Stan Kroenke, the man who never has even been to his own football club stadium. Technically, Stan Kroenke means nothing to us because literally, like Josh, Stan's son, Stan handed Arsenal over to basically, well, I don't know how it all worked exactly, but basically, Stan just bought the club and then gave it to his son Josh. So, technically, it's Josh who's the main man at this club, not Stan. Speaking of Josh, Josh has been in England for 6 months and not gone back to America. I keep saying it, people. Costinha, we've got to get a second goal. I'm disappointed, to say the least. Podence, that's an interesting cross by Chiquinho. We've got to, honestly, I'm not that impressed. I'm not that impressed at all. Leverkusen leading. Leverkusen at 1-1. I'm really not that impressed, to be fair, tonight. I mean, it's a win, but we're under pressure. We should have scored 3 or 4. Still 1-0. Not that impressed. There's the corner away by Gyökeres. Come on, go up the other end and score a goal. Finish it off. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Go get a second. Go get a second. Monaco have had a penalty. Oh. That would Nice. 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 Right. I really hope Monaco don't score. Well, I'm hoping the penalty gets rescinded altogether. Because that will ruin my Acca insurance, which is going pretty sweetly at the minute. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Get you with the late winner, I know, yeah. Well. Right, I need to keep an eye on the Man City score for a couple of minutes because Monaco have been given a penalty. No penalty. Phew. I thought for a second their Acca insurance was under threat. No penalty. Well, they're checking for a penalty now on for Arsenal, I think, hopefully. Dortmund 4-1, they've seen... No, it's against us. No. Julian Brandt with the fourth and final goal for Borussia Dortmund. Into the sort of 90 seconds of the 90. We're not even... I mean, I am disappointed. This could have been so much more tonight. It just hasn't been that impressive, really. I don't want to sound like a downer, but we've allowed Olympiacos to get back into it in a... Well, it's been a... Oh, my word. PSG have nicked it. Gonçalo Ramos. Last minute winner, perhaps, for PSG. Yellow card here for the Olympiacos player. Foul on Zubimendi. But PSG have nicked it. And you've got to be joking. Oh. Oh. Monaco have equalised. Ah. Buggery. My insurance is gone. I thought the penalty wasn't even awarded. I'm going to check the Champions League app just to make sure the score right. Yeah, it's right. Jesus. I thought I was in for a nice, comfy 529 there. Oh, here's Saka. Drops for him nicely. Bukayo Saka. Not great. All fed through. Saka's in. Saka through the legs of the goalkeeper. 2-0 game over, finally. We've been waiting way too long for that goal. We should have been 2-0 up ages ago. But finally, we're ahead by a comfortable margin in a game which should have been comfy all along. You won't see me on Saturday. I'm not here. You'll see me on Friday and Sunday. Right through the legs of the bloody keeper. You'll see me on Friday, ball of Fulham after this. Prudence. Finished at Barca, and it's a very, very surprise result. But Paris Saint-Germain have got all 3 points, which that is a surprise. Gyökeres blocked off by Bianco. Quite a few injured players down there in the tunnel, look. All waiting for us to finish. Right, so they're gone. Foul. Be it though. We've won. We've won. There's Marinakis. Doesn't look too happy. There we go. Final whistle on. 2-0 should have been way more. That's all I'm going to say on that. I mean, first half, we were fantastic. Dominant on the front foot from minute 1. But for me, that second half was poor. And it just should have been a lot better. Should have been a lot more clinical. And the securing of the 3 points tonight should have been way more comfortable than what it looked like on the match. But it's a clean sheet. It's 3 points on the board. And we move on. So let's take you through the final scores as all the final whistles start going in the Champions League. It is still going in the Monaco game against Man City. They're in 90+7 there. And Monaco's late equaliser. Looks like that's going to ruin my Aqua Insurance. And it looks like it's going to be City going away with just a point. But we'll take a look at the results then. Barcelona were beaten 2-1 by PSG. PSG won it late. Bayer Leverkusen won. PSV Eindhoven won. Dortmund got a 4-1 win. 2-2 between Villarreal and Juventus. Napoli getting a 2-1 win over Sporting Lisbon as well. And that's it. The final whistle's gone. It's a 2-2 draw for Manchester City. Late equaliser from Monaco. City hold a 2-1 lead for quite a while after they reinstated their lead, which was, of course, quickly diminished after they scored the first goal. Very quick equaliser originally from Monaco. It's the first City goal. But yes, in the end, a late equaliser. Eric Dyer with that late equaliser, and City held to a draw by Monaco. In the Championship, we'll just quickly go through the final scores as well for you. 5-0. No, ignore me. That's the wrong bloody page. 4-0 to Coventry. 1-0 to West Brom over Norwich. Good win for West Bromwich Albion. Finished 2-2 between Portsmouth and Watford. And 0-0 between QPR and Oxford United at Loftus Road. Folks, that is it from me tonight. Not a great second half performance, certainly from Arsenal. We should have had more goals, but it's a 2-0 win. It's a clean sheet. It's 3 points on the board. And we'll see you all on Friday now. Bournemouth against Fulham on your Friday night action before I go to the Emirates on Saturday. Take care, folks. See you all on Friday night. Bournemouth against Fulham is what we've got next for you.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.